Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Adhyantam Gurunam Atmatim Smaret Ena Vignaha Pranashyanti Siddhyanti Cha Manoratha. Om Bhadram Karne Vishnu Yamadeva Bhadram Pashe Makshabhiryajatra Tirairangai Sushtavagam Sastanobhi Veshema Devaitai Yadayo Swasti na Indra Ruddhashava Swasti na Pusha Vishwaveda Swasti na Saksho Harishtanemihi Swasti na Bruhaspati Dadhatu Om Shanti 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 Om Agni Naya Supata Rahi Asman Vishwani Deva Vayanani Vidwan Yodhaspa Juhurana Meno Bhuyishtamte Nama Uktim Idema Om Shanti 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 Om Abrahmam Brahmano Brahmavachasi Jayatam Arashre Rajanyaha Sura Shoti Vyadi Maharato Jayatam Dogvir Denur Voda Nadwan Ashaptihi Purandar Yosha Jishnu Rateshtaha Sarve Yo Yuva Asya Yamanasya Viro Jayatam Nikame Nikamena Parjanyona Varshato Palavatyona Voshareham Paschantam Yogakshemona Kalpetam Om Shanti 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 Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vatpranachatho Shotramato Balamindriyani Sarvani Sarvam Brahmopanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuriyam Mama Brahma Nirakaroto Hanirakaranasto Hanirakaranam Me Asto Tadatmani Jate Upanishastu Dharma Te Mayi Santo Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Guruji.
Yes. You see, we have got in Lalita Sahasranam a beautiful clue to us to understand. Panchashat Pitha Rupini is one. That is the Rupa, the form of all Pithas, the form of all beings. Any and everything that is existent in the nature and elsewhere is the Rupa, is the form, presence, or manifestation, or the influence of Paramatma, Parameswari. And in the Rudram also, we can extend the same idea that Rudra is in the Rupa. Rudra Rupebhyaha, we always say. That is, the Rupa of Rudra is not at all hidden. It is there inside our body, outside in the world, and everywhere. Therefore, I think Parasara Maharshi or Bodhayana Maharshi or Ravanasura or anybody, they are all considering the body is a Devalaya, and the Jiva, the Prana Shakti, the breathing, etc., that is being continued in that Deha is Paramatma, Jivo Devaha Sanatanaha, is a ancient God, or otherwise called God is never new. He is always there, the same, Achyutaha. And therefore, we have got some relevant mantras picked up from the Namakam chapter of Yajurveda, also some other mantras from other Vedas, and see that we are completely given the protection, given the shield, before we meddle with the power of Rudra, or prayer to Rudra, or Japa, or Abhisheka to Rudra, we are not affected much. Therefore, generally, Rudrabhisheka means that you have to do Lagunyasa or Mahanyasa. And even without, if you do it, but still you can do it because all that shielding is there in the Namakam itself. And our gurus were telling, Dr. N.J. Shende and other people, that the Veda mantras are themselves powerful and they have sufficient necessary protection or shield to the Upasaka. Therefore, uttering a Veda mantra is never dangerous, is never harmful, because mantra is always important, that we will be able to elevate ourselves in our thought and wisdom and influence, and then emancipation later on. Therefore, you see, in the Mrityunjaya mantra, we notice that Mrityo ma mutshi amma mutshi amrutat and bandhat mutshiya mrityo. So Yama is one who entices people into the world, and Yama is the one who can give emancipation instantaneously also. That's why we always make prayer to Yama. Yama is nobody but Rudra. That's why this Yama Dharmaraja, or the Anti, or the end giver, the end provider is important, and that is Rudra. Rudra is beginning, Rudra is the middle, Rudra is the end. So for all that, our body is a tool, sadhana, sriram, adyam, sadhanam, khalu. For anything, the tool is our body. And therefore, in this particular section, after doing Pancha Mukhadhyana in Mahanyasa, we're introduced to get our further parts of the body simply fortified by making prayer or by involving the influence power of the God into our respective parts of the body, so that we'll be completely armed and full-fledged, so we can deal with the power Rudra. So in this sequence, we have noted that it begins from the Murdha, the crest, then head, then Lalata, then we have come up to the Bhruva, after Lalata, the eyebrows, and after eyebrows, we have made a prayer to the eyes, and Karna, the ears, and then to face. Then we have also to do with the Kantha, Upakantha, then Bahu, Upabahu, and so on. So actually, we are trying to note in this what is our body constituted of, and what are the names of our respective body, and are those parts or members of the body, what is the exact mantra with which we can keep that particular part of the body safe, healthy, strong, and long-lasting. Because people are born with all equipment, but we don't know the grahachara or other things. There will be some kind of lacuna or problem or deformity, etc. would come up. But actually, the desire of all rishis is that as you have come into this world, so you should get out into the other world where from you have come. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆವೋ ಹಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. But because of the time lag or time, we get little older, matured, wisdom ridden, etc. And that is what the purpose for which we have been brought into this world. Why are you brought into the world, you may question. That's why kastvam, koham, kutayataha, tadiha Chintaya Bhrataha. When Shankaracharya says, after all that, however may our mati, whatever be the extent of our intelligence, wisdom, action, achievement, etc., basically we are all mudhamatis. That is what we should acquire, what we should get. We are not much knowing the gadgets or technology regarding that. ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಪರ್ಸ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದು ರಿಯಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಅವರ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಅವರ್ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಋಷೀಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದಿ ಸಂಧ್ಯಾವಂದನಂ ರೈಟ್. So that Sandhyavandanam means all Sakala Veda Parayana Palam Bhavati. So like that we keep on talking. Now let us come to the regular text where we have covered the prayer to Rudra that Mukha Shivaha Sumanaha Bhava. Make your Mukha, make your face really peaceful, graceful, and encouraging to me. And the Mukham feature depends upon the status of mind. Therefore, we always make a mind, Sumana Bhava, Sukham Manaha. You must have pleasant mind, pleasant face, and pleasant mind and pleasant face will give the impression in the God or anybody or man that they will be favorable for the friends and helping people and saintly people, and they will be really averting their anger upon unworthy people, disturbing people, and so on. Therefore, here also in this Nisirya Salyanam Mukha Sivoha, Nisirya, that is the verb. That's the work which we give, homework that we give to Rudra, that you try to direct, otherwise the tip of the arrow towards your enemies, but not towards us. You just be pleasant and encouraging us. In the next mantra, we have already read it yesterday, that it is said, Kanthaya Namaha. You know, Kantha is the neck, that is the connection between the head and body. So that is the link. So that's why Kantha is a very important linkage between the head and the body. The entire machinery for the maintenance of the body is kept in the abdomen, and necessary parts are also arranged around the abdomen of the humans or anybody. Therefore, it is said abdomen is the magical box of every surgeon, because so many things, all machinery is there, kept there himself. Therefore, here you have got the Kantha, the linking between the head and the body down. There you have got a prayer, beautiful. Nilagrivaha Siti Kanthaha Sharvaha Adhaha Kshama Charaha. See, Adha Kshama is upon the ground, Bhuloka. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Swaha. These are the three lokas comprehensively available to us. And we are, though we live in Bhuloka, we are yet connected to Antariksha Loka and Swarga Loka or Juloka. And likewise to other people also, whoever live in the Antariksha, they are connected to Bhuloka and Swarga Loka. And the other way is also true. Therefore, without having any discrimination, Rudra Deva is available as Sarva. Sarva is a terrestrial god who is available upon the land. So he is a terrestrial land god. So upon the land, there are both kinds of people who keep their griva nila, who keep their griva or neck with siti or white color. That is, the nila is achievement and siti is natural. So what is natural is one thing. What you develop out of your work and achievement is another thing. And all these people, that achievement is possible upon the earth only. Nobody performs homas outside other than upon the earth. Now, homa, puja, punaskara, ella madbeku andre bhulokadalle agbeku. That's why bhuloka is punyaloka. Punyaloka meaning that you can acquire punyam, you can reduce the karma, you can reduce your sins, you can become punita. That's why Putayemi, that's what we say in Ajurveda, that Putayemi, what is the aim of you being born upon the earth is to get yourself as much as possible sanctified. Something like people had experienced when COVID-19 was there. Putayemi, when you get into the house, you have to become pure and wash your hands and cover your, all that we used to do it. And even now we should do it, because it's a matter of sanitization and driving away unwanted infection or germs or worms. So Kshama is the earth. Adha Kshama, down upon the earth. Who are they? They're all Charaha. Charaha means mobile. You know that we have already noted that Shivalinga, we have got division in that. We can have Charalinga and Sthiralinga. Sthiralinga is there installed in the temples, and Charalinga is there installed or kept in our own houses, respective houses. So what linga you have in our house is Charalinga, but both are same because, however, whenever you take to worship of the Rudra, he will come and join there. That's why we have Atva Vahantu Harayaha, the horses or anybody or the bull here, they will Vahanam Rushabho Yasya. So Yasya Rudrasya Rushabha Vahanam. That Rushabha will bring him to your yard where you are doing your puja. Chamacharaha. The same thing will repeat. Tesham Avadhanvani Tanmasi Sahasra Yojane. The same is being repeated, which we got explained last class. So what is new is here is there are Rudras. How are the Rudras that are found upon the ground, on the earth? They are both. Nilagriva Rudras are there, Siddhikantha Rudras are there, but they're all moving upon the land. See, when you go to Kashi or Ujjaini or some such Shiva Kshetras, you find a lot of Shiva Bhaktas and a lot of people who are so much in trance. I have seen, when I visited Ujjaini, for example, long years back, 1970s and all that, the temple now, that Mahakala temple is not as grand as now, but at that time it was quite raw comparatively. So on the outside the temple, I saw practically Kapalikas and such type of Shiva Bhaktas, the entire, and Digambaras, the entire body they smear with the ashes or vibhuti, and they just be leaning to a rock or anything like that and be in trance in Sivadhyana. Because there's a Smashana Vasi, Mahakala is Smashana, that Kala Swarupa. Because you don't do anything, Mahakala will take hold of all that. And Kalagni Rudra is there. We have Kalagni Rudra Upanishad also is there. And Jabali Upanishad is there, where you are trying to get more and more knowledge about the Rudra. Because Rudra itself is a big subject in our Vedas, and because all gods are in Rudra, and Rudra is in all gods. What is Rudra? Rudra is energizing power, something like you activating the SIM card of your mobile. Well, there may be SIM card, but activation is important. So that's why Kanthaya Namaha. So the Rupa of Rudra is there in our Kantha. You know, Kantha is a status, is a seat where from the hunger and thirst senses will rise up. So Bayarike antare. Bayarike enuvaga athava hasuvu is stomach, but hunger is being indicated, thirst is being indicated at the right from the point of the throat. That's what our Gopalji, Yoga Master, was telling all people. When a globe of light, brilliant light comes and down comes to the Kantha, you meditate upon that light, globe of light, and then you just control your hunger and thirst at that point. He was telling, I don't know further verifications of that, but Kantha is a most important system connecting that lower body and upper body. And on the other hand, we know our body itself contains 3 lokas. That is from crest to neck, it is Juloka. From neck down up to abdomen, it is called Antariksha Loka. And right from abdomen down the feet, fingers, it is called Bhuloka. That's why we never walk with hands. We walk only with legs. Leg means Prithvi Sambandha, Pada. But animals are not like that. They don't have separately. They are horizontal to the ground. They are called Tiryak Jantus. But man is Samyak Jantu. He is perpendicular to the ground. Because he is perpendicular, there is scope for growth of intelligence and body measurements, etc. So, Kanthaya Namaha. You understand how important is the Kantha to us all, because there is that Nilatva and Sititva. There is darkness, there is whiteness, there is positivity and negativity. But they're all clubbed at one place. But the choice depends upon us. And that is why I think, I don't know, so Nilagriva, Sitikantha, and this kind of Rudras, what are the, how do you designate them in simple? It is called, they're all called Sarva. Therefore, we say Sarva Yanamaha, Sarvalinga Yanamaha, and the consort of Sarva is called Sarvani, Bhavani. So, Sarva, even Parvati or Durga Parameswari, when she is coming there as a consort of Sarvadeva, she is called Sarvani. You are going to get hold of them later on. And moreover, we should understand, when you are doing Mahanyasa, even the Patnis of the respective Rudras also are in the list or in our prayer. Something like the Linga. What is Linga? Linga is the combination of Parvati and Parameswara together. Therefore, when you make a Linga Puja or Shiva Linga Puja or Abhisheka, don't think that I'm only doing Abhisheka to Rudra only, the male god. No, the female of the male or male of the female, both are implied in that. Therefore, my professor was telling, man is one, he has got 50% of woman in him, and a woman has got 50% of man in, but only if the percentages vary, then the behavior and other factors will vary. Say, heroic woman or covered woman, like that it comes up. So here, Nilagrivaha, Siddhikantaha, this kind of Rudras are called. That's why in Mahanyasa ultimately you say, Sarvaya Namaha, Sarvalingaya Namaha, Bhimaya Namaha, Bhimalingaya Namaha, like that we say that. Now let us go to the next one. I hope you understood. So Kantaya Namaha. The next one, Heli Onkara Pranavare, Nilagriva Siti Kantadivagum Rudra Upasritaha.
Nilagriva Shitikantha Divagam Rudra Upashitaha. Nilagriva Shitikantha Divagam Rudra Upashitaha.
Teshagum Sahasrayo Jane Avadhanvani Tanmasi.
Teshagum Sahasra Yojane Vadanvani Tanmasi. Teshagum Sahasra Yojane Vadanvani Tanmasi.
Upakanthaya Namaha.
Upakanthaya Namaha. Upakanthaya Namaha.
Namaste Astu.
Namaste Astu. Namaste Astu.
Ayudhaya.
Vayudhaya. Vayudhaya.
Ayudhaya Natataya Dhrushnave.
Ayudhaya. Ayudhaya Natataya Dushnave. Ayudhanaya. Ayudhanaya na.
Ayudhaya Anatataya.
Ayudhaya Anatataya Drishnave. Ayudhaya Anatataya Drishnave.
Ubhabhyamutate Namo.
Ubhabhyam mutate namo. Ubhabhyam mutate namo.
Bahubhyam Tavadhanvane.
Bahubhyam tavadhanvane. Bahubhyam tavadhanvane.
Bahubhyam Namaha.
Bahubhyam namaha. Bahubhyam namaha.
So we have got two divisions of our neck. One is Kantha, the entire Kantha I think referred to. The next one is the center of the Kantha. That's called, we call Upakantha. Upa means the central part. In fact, you observe Nilagriva, Nilatvam happened at the center of the neck. If at all I am wrong, you can correct me. Because Rudra arrested the entire Visham just at one point of his neck, neither allowing it to come out, nor allowing it to reach his stomach. Because if the venom, the Kalakuta Visham, were to reach the stomach, he will die. If the Kalakuta Visham were to be spit out, the world will die. So Lord Rudra is said to be Mahayogi, Adi Yogi. So even though he has got all Aishwarya, he remains again beyond, besides and beyond all ethics. That's exactly what the Kalidasa conceives Rudra in the very opening stanza, in one of the dramas that he wrote. He says, Eka Iswariye sthitopi pranata bahuphalepi yasvayam kruttivasaha kanta sammisra dehopi avishaya manasam yaha parastat yatinam. So beautiful. So that Shiva, what is the duty of Shiva? Sanmargalokanaya vyapanayetu vaha tamasim vrittimishaha. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ he has summarized the entire Namakam Chamakam in this sloka, in the Nandi sloka of Malavika Agnimitra. See, Rudra is Aishwarye Sthito, he is the unique, richest person among all rich people. Actually, Bhartruhari and all people say, who is rich person? Not the person who has got money, wealth, everything with him. He has got more worries. The rich, see, Vairagyam eva bhayam runam is Bhartruhari. See, when people have got spiritually highly oriented and developing the extraordinary Vairagya, then they are all called the great rich people. That's why Ekaiswariye sthitopi. But still his mind, Karuna, is so great, unparalleled, that he says, Pranata Bahuphalepi. Those people who go as devotees with different desires and wants, he will fulfill all of them. He will never say no when they deserve that. So Pranata is Bhaktas. And for all the Bhaktas, however they are, he will be granting the boons and fulfillment and consummations. But what about his personal thing? Esvayam kruttivasaha. He never goes to wear silken garments. He never wears for luxurious garments. He's just having the hide garment. Gajasarmambaraha. That's why he's called Chakruttivasaha. Yeah, Krutti is the charma. So the charma ambaraha, that too because of the request of the charma, the Gajasura, who asked him to keep him on his body. Therefore, charma ambaraha. So Kruttivasaha. And again, here one more point is, Vaha tamasi mrittimisa. Not only Ishvara, Shiva, Sadashiva is able to give you all wants and desires fulfillment, but at the same time, whatever tamasa vritti lurking, influencing too much in us, that kind of tamasa vritti is being driven away. When once the darkness goes, then you are clear. Something like in Svetasvatara Upanishad, as we noted, before sun or before moon or before stars, what was there in the world? Andham tamaha, absolute darkness. The pitch darkness has no name at all, just you say chikati. But a chikati povalente, dispelling the darkness, is Surya, etc. So like that, here also you have got a beautiful expression that Upakanthaya namaha, Nilagriva, Siddhikantha, Rudraha. You look at the word as a chamacharaha there. Here, upasritaha, that you have to underline with red ink. Because upasritaha means they are very close by to you, they are next to you, they are in you, they are next to you, not far away from you. See, upasraya means to something like Upanishad. And whenever people are close by, you can always derive help from them. What do you do with people who are away from you? Even the bedroom is far away from your kitchen. So supposing you kept something in your bedroom, when you are in kitchen, you will ask somebody to bring it for you. That is not upa. Therefore, here upasritaha means that they are all very much friendly, living very close to you. You need not search for him. He is available, ready. He is a duty doctor. He is always available. That's why this kind of Rudras, who are Nilagrivaha, Siddhikanthaha, and then also then Tesham avadhanvani tanmasi. So upakanthaya namaha. Therefore, the kantha, upakantha, both are taken care by Rudra. And kantha and upakantha are the blessing of Rudra. So any problem, any disease or any complaint comes in the throat or at the throat area or otherwise at any specific point of the throat area, you just make prayer to Rudra with this mantra. I think he will take care of it, because Rudra Dhyana, Rudra Upasana, etc. is of great importance. Somebody was telling, or some Swamiji was telling, whenever there is some kind of complaint, people run after allopathy, homeopathy, naturopathy, and all pathis, but they never remember Lakshmi Pati at all. So Lakshmi Pati Dhyana, Narayana Dhyana, Vaidyo Narayano Harihi. So that Narayana Dhyana will keep our body system, its rhyme and rhythm, normal. Because our body also has got a beautiful rhyme and rhythm, lub, dub, like that. And that rhythm 72 times, beating the heartbeats. So that is what is the rhyme and rhythm of our body, homogeneity in our body. For all that homogeneity in the body is to be protected by Rudra, who is Nilagriva and Sitikantha. And he is not very far away from you. Bhairapanavare, he is in us and next to us. Therefore, Rudra Ilidanapa Hudukubeku anta ಏನು question illa. Wherever you remember, he is. So Dhyana Priyo Shivaha. The moment you close your eyes, or even otherwise, if you remember him, because Nama Parayana Prita, Bhava Vivarjita, Bhavani Bhavana Gamya. Look at these names. Bhavani, that is, she will always be the leader of your thoughts. Secondly, Bhavana Gamya. If you are having a pleasant thoughts, you will be able to picturize her personality. Sri Mata is that, like that. So even Shiva also is like Sivananda Lahari and Saundarya Lahari. These are the two sides of the coin, Parameswara. Because Ananda Saundarya and Saundarya Ananda, both are forming the two sides of the coin. When once you cover these two things, then that is a part of moksha. So here, Upakanthaya Namaha. So having made namaskara to Rudra, who is seated in our face, in our eyes, in our ears, and in our kantha and in our upakantha, what is next duty for you? Because Rudra is Shiva. Rudra is also Surya Bhagavan. Namaskara Priyo Vishnu, Namaskara Priyo Bhanuhu, Abhisheka Priyo Shivaha anta gottagatte. Adrinda bari namaskara ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ತೃಪ್ತಿ. ನಾವು ದಿನಾ ಪಾಠ ಶುರು ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ನಮ ಉಕ್ತಿಂ ವಿಧೇಮ ಅಂತ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾವೇನು ಬರೀ ಬಾಯಿಂದ ನಮ ಅಂತ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. We are just uttering the word namaskara. Because nama means bowing down our head. We have given up all the pride and prejudice in us. The moment you bow down your head, it means you have given up the pride and prejudice in you. Then once that pride and prejudice is given up, you are absolutely under the control of somebody whose help you are requesting. And that's why you see the next verse, when you make namaskara to the bahu and upabahu, there is a namaskara being given. Namaste astu, because the bahus and upabahus are responsible to hold the weapons, to use the weapons, to protect you from dangers, including the enemies, including those haters and diseases, etc., etc. Therefore, the question of the ayudhas or wearing the ayudhas comes up next to whenever you talk about Devi. That's why we always make a prayer to Devi, for example, Chaturbhuje Chandrakala Vatamse Kuchonnate Kunkumaraga Shone Pundrekshupas. Here, Pundrekshupasha Ankusha Pushpabana Haste Namaste Jagadeka Mataha. Or also in Vishnu Sahasranam, everywhere you see that Sarvapraharanayudha Om Namayiti Vanamali Gati Sharangi Sankhi Chakri Chanandaki Sriman Narayano Vishnu Vasudevo Abhirakshatu. There you attribute ayudhas for Vishnu. Here, what is the important ayudha for Rudra is called Astu Ayudhaya. He has got Katti or sword is one, Asi. And he has not got many ayudhas. Rudra doesn't have many ayudhas, but his is limited. But whereas Vishnu has got 24 ayudhas and more. So as you see, and ultimately having named a few ayudhas in the hands of Vishnu, there is a Sarva Ayudha Praharana Ayudha Sarva Praharana Ayudha Aya Namaha. We make generalization of the skills of Vishnu. But here we are more worried about the ayudhas. What are the ayudhas? Ayudhaya, bow and arrow is the most one. And that too, whenever he comes to the vicinity of his bhaktas, he will keep these arrows in the tunira. He will keep the bow unstrung. Atataya means strung bow. Anatataya distrung, disconnected bow. ಅದನ್ನು ಅದನ್ನ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ದಂಡವಾಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಜ್ಯಾ, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ ವಿಜ್ಯಂ ಧನುಃ ಕಪರ್ದಿನೋ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ವಿಜ್ಯಂ ಧನುಃ, ವಿಜ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜ್ಯಾ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ that will connect the both ends of the both tips of the bow. So one tip irbodu rope, that ja, but it is free, you can carry it. But the moment you connect that to the other tip of the bow, then the strength and then the power comes to the bow and tension comes to the bow, and depending upon the stretch that you make to the ja, you can make the arrow reach the distances. So the archery science, that science of Vilvidya is one of the Mahavidyas also, and Mahakalas also. That's why Dhanurviryaha, Dhanu, that's why Dhanvana. And in Manusukta, you have already come across one beautiful mantra, probably Vasan must have taught you. Dhanvana Gajinvana Jin Jayema Dhanvana Tivra Samado Jayema Dhanushyatroh Apakamam Krunoti. So Dhanuhu Shatroh Apakamam Krunoti. That Dhanus will defeat the desire of the enemy to encroach and to grab your property. Like that, we have got a lot of prayers, because Dhanu, the bow itself, is a great divinity. And when once you think of the bow of Rudra, you are making prayers to that. Dhanvana Gajin Jayema. So in war, we are able to increase our land stretch, etc. is there. So here, Anatataya. So you understand? Anatata, Atata. Atata Dhanuhu, Anatata Dhanuhu. Atata Dhanuhu, respect of enemies. Anatatu, respect of bhaktas. Because they have got only two kinds of people. And also, who is this Rudra? Especially when he has to defend you, he must be very courageous, strong, bold, highly skilled. That's why it's called Drishnave. So Rudra is a Drishna. Drishna andre, he is very much strong, courageous. He has no fears at all. See, Devar Puja ಮಾಡೋರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಭಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ವರೋಗ ಹಾರಿಣಿ ಮಂತ್ರಾಹ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ರೋಗ ನಿವಾರಣ ಮಂತ್ರಾಹ ಸೂಕ್ತಾಹ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ so we can keep on working on this. So that's why it said anatataya drishnave. And moreover, Ubhabhyam utate namo bahubhyam. That's important. Ubhabhyam bahubhyam. See, both bahus or both shoulders are equally efficient and skillful. Normally, we are all used to use only right hand more. Some people left hand more. But both hands people are not skilled. You can write beautifully handwriting with right hand. If at all you are given the pen for left hand, hopeless. It will go anywhere. But it's all our experience. But a good hero like Arjuna, so they both hands, with right hand or left hand, there's no leftist and rightist. They will be able to be equally felicitated, or equal felicity they have with both hands. Therefore, here made a namaskara for the ubhabhyam bahubhyam. Uta means and. See, not only to one arm, one shoulder or one hand you are making namaskara, for both shoulders, because both shoulders are equally strong and rhythmical. And other anta achievement yarigide andre pratyekavagi Kirti Arjuna. He is called Savyasachi. Savyasachi means he is capable of handling anything with equal felicity, both shoulders. So our Rudra is also one like that. That's why Rudra tested, or Ishvara, Shiva tested Pinakapani Rudra tested Arjuna before he granted the Pashupata Astra to him. Who is eligible to test or examine anybody? Those who are capable of that. So Pinakahasta Shiva was able to check or test Arjuna whether at all the Pashupata Astra is given to him. He would be, but actually we don't have references in Mahabharata, I think, where he has occasion to use the Pashupata Astra, although he got that blessing from Rudra with great difficulty. He has used all other astras, but I don't know whether Pashupata Astra is being used by him. So like that, but whatever it is, you must have a library of it, or you have got a museum of it, because everything should be preserved, and it should be, you don't know when what comes into use. That's why people say that don't throw any and everything, keep it like that. So you are always seeing in everybody's house, there's a lot of junk. What you do not use is being kept in our house, and you cannot throw it out. You don't want, your space in your house is lost, but still that is sentiment. Therefore, here anatataya drishnave ubhabhyam bahubhyam namaha 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 te namaha bahubhyam. So there is namaskara to the entire personality of Rudra on one hand. Secondly, divided of namaskara is only to the shoulders of Rudra. So shoulders ke namaskara, Rudra ke namaskara. And then whatever namaskara you do, it has got double purpose. And then a personality as such is being respected, and the particular part of the body or particular part of the job that you are at. So as a collector or a director, you make a namaskara because not the person with the name, some name, Subbarao or anything, he is not at all important, but the job, the power, and the responsibility he holds is responsible for our life. That's why here you observe one namaskara for te, another namaskara for the bahus. I hope you understand. Our rishis are so clever that at no time Rudra should mistake us, and he should take, there is no misunderstanding or any differentiation shown by the Bhakta to Rudra, but Bhakta is wholesale and Rudra is wholesale. Therefore, there is that kind of holistic approach to Bhagavan Rudra. So, Bahubhyam Tava Dhanvane, and here, see, Uta is and, Bahubhyam Tava Dhanvane. So Drishnave Dhanvane. These are the two important attributes to Rudra you should remember. See, you may be having bow in your hand, but you must be courageous to release the bow and the arrow. So that's why one is Drishnatva and Dhanvatvam. Your skill in the archery and your skill in your confidence in employing that. ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕತ್ತಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಭಯ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಏನಿದೆ? You should know how to wield the sword. That's why it is called fencing, ಗದಾ ಯುದ್ಧ and Kati, the Asiyuddha, and so on. So in all these things, one must be expert. That's why you remember, I remember now, the sword used by the earlier years, soldiers and Maharajas was so heavy. Once if the sword hit comes up, they will die at all. The other day, I happened to see the Shivaji sword kept as an exhibit in Pune. I think Chatusrungi temple or elsewhere, I don't remember, long years back, 50, 60 years back. Now they must have shifted there because all houses, flats have come now in Pune. But Shivaji sword, I was able to have a look at that. And Shivaji fort also is there, Shanivarwada. And you imagine when you look at that, how they were able to use it with felicity, so much strong body, not simply strong body, but high courage and high skill. Therefore, you must not, who is Rudra? He's a Drishnu. You have no fears that he's covered or he cannot help you. Nothing like no helping at all. Any god you take to, they will be always powerful enough, courageous enough to interfere. Something like what you see, Ramanjaneya Yuddha or Krishna Arjuna Yuddha or Bhima, etc. Yuddha. So they give protection to somebody. Anjaneya gave protection to somebody, and Rama gave protection to somebody, so there was a war between them. Similarly, Parshurama and Bhishma. So they also came into war, but ultimately it was resolved. Even Vishnu and Shiva were having. So in our history and mythology, my Puranas, we have got stories where the respective gods are Drishnu and Dhanvins. They are skilled in warfare. At the same time, they're highly courageous. So these are two problems. And such people, we are able to approach Saranagati. Saranagati we take up only because of that. In the next mantra, now also the tone changes in this. Ya hetihi, not only Bahu, not only the bow and arrow, even Rudra is expert in wielding the sword. So, Asiyuddhadalli Kuda, avanu tumba nishnatanu, Kattiyalli bekadre yuddha martane, illa andre dhanustinda yuddha martane, and so on. That's why now we come to the Hetihi. Heti is the sword. It means that, the shape of the weapon is important. Something like in Ayurveda, or the surgical instruments have been framed, have been designed just on the model of the beaks of the birds. The bird beaks are very sharp in order to grab even the smallest minute things at all, and so on. So that's why certain surgical instruments have been designed and shaped and prepared after the shape of the beak, because nature is our teacher. Like that here, we talk now about the Hetihi. So when Rudra is wearing Haste te babhuva, Yate Hetihi Aste babhuva. What are there in the hands of Rudra? In the hands of Rudra, he has got one sword, also the bow. Dhanuhu te, haste dhanuhu, te aste hetihi. But generally, we are always scared about those people who have got ayudhas in their hands. That we see in cinemas and elsewhere too. If they have got that gun, looking at gun, people surrender. Whether there are bullets or not, God knows, only He knows. But still, the very presence of the ayudha itself is scaring. So, ayudhaya. But our Rudra is not at all a scaring fellow. Nidhushtamaha. Nidhushtama means is a highly compassionate. Compassionate in a sense that he has got a wonderful discrimination. Who is my bhakta? Who is not? Who is my enemy? So that kind of correct assessment is there for Rudra. Therefore, he has been qualified or characterized as Medhushtamaha. Medhushtama haste babhuva. So because he is a compassionate fellow, he has got the discretional power. And what kind of weapon at what occasion, towards whom it has to be employed, he knows it. Therefore, te dhanuhu haste babhuva, te haste hetihi babhuva, ya taya asman tvam viswataha ayachmaya paribhuja. So when you are referring Rudra as a Arambud Rudra, so Arambud forces are different. Mere police is different, mere forces are different. So now we are remembering Rudra as an Arambud Rudra. What is the Aram that he has got? Sword and that. So here, Viswataha Taya Asman Viswataha Tvam Paribhuja. See, you make us more happier, enjoying all round. Viswataha means not only at one place. Me, Toka, Tanaya, Goshu, Asveshu. We have already got a big list who have got to be protected, maintained, promoted by Rudra, connected to us. That's why we have got that, see, in this area, Avatatya Dhanustwagam, we have come across all these things. Manastu Ketanaye Mana Ayushi. All that is included in the word Viswataha, in all the 10 directions. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾರನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನೋ those people are also enlisted in the list. That's why your friends will be telling, ಭೈರಪ್ಪನವರೇ ನೀವು ಪೂಜಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೌದಾನ್ರಿ? ಸೊ that means you will say that atratyanam anyatra sthanam asmat bandhu mitranam anta ನಾವು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ after all puja. So like that, viswataha tvam ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಯಚ್ಮಯ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್, ಯಚ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟ್ಯೂಬರ್ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಸ್, ಯಚ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಯಚ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸೀಸ್. ಸೊ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅಯಚ್ಮಯ ಅಂತ ಓದಬೇಕು. ಅಯಚ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಫೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಯಚ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಅಯಚ್ಮಯ ಪರಿತಃ ಭುಜ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? ಪರಿತಃ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ರೌಂಡ್, nowhere any corner left untouched, unattended. Paribhuja. So you are now telling Rudra that he is really bold. He has got weapons in hand. With those weapons in his hand, he has to be a protector all round. In what manner? See that no infection will bother bhaktas. If at all, that disappears, not even remembered by them at all. So here, something like the cancer and such deadly diseases, they are all called yachmas. Tuberculosis, cancer, or something like that, or doctors can do. All are deadly diseases. And also, another thing, there are symptomatic diseases, asymptomatic diseases. If there are symptoms, you can always get rid of them. Asymptoms are there, no symptoms, it's more dangerous, they will kill you. Blood pressure, BP is asymptomatic, it will not tell you, but simply take you away. So like that, paribhuja, and therefore ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಉಪಬಾಹು. ಉಪಬಾಹು means it is referring to the forearm. See, forearm, actually shoulder is this and forearm is this, up to the hand, and the fingers are there in the hand. So our hand, our shoulder is divided into 3 important parts. One is shoulder, arm, forearm, and then hand, and then fingers. So this is all the parts of the body which God has given us in the design of human body, or any body like that. Because body andre ನಮ್ಗಿರೋ ಬರೀ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ, ಲೆಗ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ we are able to be having the mobility, at the same time stretching stability. So ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ you have to stretch your heart. So you are sitting here, but you are able to catch the article which is a distance. So hands are important, and legs are, even in the legs also, they got stand. So thigh is important. Of course, we are going to get all that relevant mantras in this section, where you understand Rudra is the guardian of our body, constituting of number of members in it, and all the members have got to be individually taken care, protected, maintained, and supported by Rudra. That's why we remember Rudra, because not he has to be very much by macro and micro way protecting all of us. Therefore, Paribhuja Ubabahubhyam Namaha. And now next, E tirthani pracharanti srukavanto nishanginaha. Heli.
ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति सुखावन्तो निषङ्गिणः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति सुखावन्तो निषङ्गिणः
Teshagum sahasrayojane vadhanvani tanmasi.
तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वदन्वानि तन्मसि तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वदन्वानि तन्मसि हस्ताभ्यां नमः
Hastabhyam namaha.
हस्ताभ्यां नमः हस्ताभ्यां नमः
Sadyo jatam prapadyami sadyo jataya vai namo namaha.
सद्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः सद्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः
Bhave abhave nati bhave bhavasvamam.
भवे अपवे नाति भवे भवस्वमां भवे अपवे नाति भवे भवस्वमां
Bhavodbhavaya namaha.
भवोद्भवाय नमः भवोद्भवाय नमः अंगुष्ठाभ्यां नमः अंगुष्ठाभ्यां नमः
Very, very beautiful it is. Now we are, see, Rudra is also there in our hand. And the hand again has been divided with fingers. So with the fingers also, Angushta, this is the thumb finger. From thumb finger, the other fingers come into operative. So if thumb finger is not there, imagine other four fingers are not very much helpful. Therefore, thumb finger is a very important one for our utility of life. Therefore, Ekalavya has to give his thumb finger as a Guru Dakshina to Dronacharya, because Dronacharya is selfish, that Arjuna should be the unique hero archer in the world, nobody. So like that, but I mean, apart from the story, we imagine that how important the Angushta. So Rudra begins his operative protections right from our Angushta and then go on. And moreover, incidentally, I can tell you, the Chin Mudra, see, this is Jiva, this is Paramatma. Angushtamatra Purushaha, Angushtam cha Samasitaha. And the Mahanarada Upanishad tells you that when you make this, it's called Chin Mudra. Chin, even Dakshinamurti is supposed to be Chin Mudraya Mudraya. You can see Dakshinamurti always with the Chin Mudra. That is, there is that kind of concentration and yoga, and Gnana Mudra it is called, all that. So let us not go there. So like that, here, when once the hand is taken wholesale all over, then the more concentration begins with the Angushta and other fingers, and even our Rudram, Namakam, is having reference for protection of all the other limbs of our body. So here, when you come to that, this is very familiar. Every day we are telling these mantras. But when why are we telling? We do not know. Angushtabhyam namaha. No, we are telling Hastabhyam namaha. So Hasta is Tirthani ye Nishanginaha ye Srukavantaha Rudraha Tirthani Pracharanti Yesham Sahasrayojane avadhanvani tanmasi. Now another set of Rudras have been referred to here. Who are the set of Rudras? Those Rudras who are Srukavantaha. Those Rudras who are Nishanginaha. What are they? And what are they doing? Tirthani pracharanti. They are the causers for the tirthas. They are roaming around the tirthas, kshetras, and so they make it tirtha. Actually, people say Ganga Bhavani is or Kasi is great. No, because of the kind of bhaktas who visit, because of them, the Kasi is great. See, like that, not only the God is important, even the visitors are important. If your house is being visited by a Mahayogi or Mahasannyasi or Maha, then your house is really sanctified. On the other hand, they also got sanctified to have visited a powerful house like yours. And because of their entry into your house, the entire negativity in our house is driven away. That's why you have to invite noble, saintly, etc. people to your house and make some homam, make some puja, invite the noble people. Thereby, your Gruhapati you are, and Gruhalakshmi, your wife, and Gruha, the divinity, the Vastoshpati, all are benefited with this. So that kind of sentimental value is being instituted in our mind through this Rudra Adhyaya, through the mantras of Rudra, which are only not many, they are only 11 in number. So these 11 number mantras are so great. So I think we can stop here and we'll continue next. So thereby we come to understand that Rudram, Namakam itself is a big chapter in the history of Yajurveda. In the annals of the Yajurveda, Namakam or Chamakam or these are very big because they have constant advantage and benefit and reward and award providing to the entire mankind, animal kind, and the nature. So we stop here. Om Swasti.
Om Sahanavoto Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Shri Vasudevarpanamastu. Shri Veda Purusha Ashirvadostu. Om Tat Sat.